Hello and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and Runescape 3. In the last video, we started up the legacy of Seer Gaze, and we escorted Ivan Strom in disguise down to Burger Rot. Burger Rot. It's Burger Rot. Anyway, so let's go and hop over and take a look at the Myreek, because, you know, these quests seem to always center around the resistance against the Draken vampires. So, there's Ivan. Level 1 and wearing rune. I don't know what kind of mad hacks you're using, Ivan, but it's gonna get you banned. That's all I gotta say. Well met, Velyev. It's good to see you again.
Likewise, Nolik Pravus. What news is there from your many travels?
I'm sorry to say that Ivan tricked me into bringing him down to Bedorot.
I'm really quite angry about that. I know it's not really your fault, but he just doesn't realize the dangers down here, and I'd have expected you to check a bit more before setting off with someone so young.
There's no need to take that on me. Anyway, he's not so young. It's dangerous for all of us, and he's part of this group. He accepts the dangers like everyone else in the Myreek. Why are you concerned, anyway?
It's complicated. Ivan is our special charge. I don't want to go into details, but we need to ensure his safety, and this isn't really a safe place.
Well, 10 out of 10 for secrecy. You should talk to Drezel about keeping things under your hat. You'd get on like a house on fire. Anyway, let's not argue. There's plenty of other, more useful things for me to be doing, I'm sure.
You're right, Norik Pravus, and I do have a job for you. When you're finished being impertinent to your direct superior,
I will have you know, Velyev, that you are not my superior, alright? First off, I'm kind of an honorary member of the Myreek. I never signed any, blood oath to join your organization. 2, I'm more powerful than you, and have done more for the Myreek cause than you, so boo freaking who!
But maybe you've got some news for me as well. Remember, you're a connection to the outside world. What have you got to tell me?
Seradominist and Zamorakian forces may be working together.
What?
I'm not certain, but I really feel that something strange is going on.
Okay, start from the top. What happened?
Well, actually, it was Ivan who gave me the tip-off. He saw some suspicious sorts going into Patadomus, so I checked it out. I went up to the top floor, and there were 6 guys in there, plotting away. 2 Zamorakian bodyguards had to go, and they were tough. Switching prayers, changing attack styles.
They sound like experienced fighters, but you defeated them. Good job. I've come to rely on you. I would have been ashamed to lose you. 6 guys, you say?
Yeah, I reckon 3 Zamorakians and 3 Seradominists.
Working together? No, it couldn't be.
I saw it with my own eyes.
I never would have considered that. Very strange. The only thing I can think of is that they are some part of Splinter Group.
Well, I guess we won't properly know about it through speculation. Best to keep our eyes peeled and our ears to the ground. Do you have a job for me?
I do indeed. The letter you brought back from Safalin mentioned that they needed some basic provisions. I've got them all stored in a crate. I just need you to deliver it for me.
Is that it? I'm a delivery boy. You know, it's funny. It's funny, Norik Pravus. I was actually about to make the same commentary. Well, yeah, great minds think alike and all that stuff. Basically, the virtual character is becoming an extension of my own mind. Which doesn't make any sense, seeing as everything he's saying is pre-scripted by Jagex, but whatever! It sounds cool. I can dream, can't I?
Well, I have an inkling that Safalin will have some task for you. Word has reached us that a researcher is working on a new weapon to try and defeat the Firewatch. My guess is that they could probably get a bit further if you're on hand. You certainly came up with the goods when discovering the Rod of Ivandis.
Okay then. Let's have that crate of provisions. Oh no, I am out of inventory space! No! Frick-a-frack, I just realized.
Of course I'm assuming you remember the way.
No! I actually don't remember... Okay, this is where Norik and I are starting to deviate a little bit. Hey, I know that route like the back of my hand. Take the boat around to the Sanguinesti region, then follow the sickle signs to the base. How hard can it be? Anyway, if I get stuck, I can still talk to Old Man Ral. He'll set me straight. Oh my gosh, I hate this route! Screw it, I'm not doing it on camera. I didn't do it last time because it's too long, and I'm not going to do it this time either. I'm just going to jump ahead to when I actually meet the camp. I'll see you there. Okay, we are back at the stupid headquarters after following that absurdly long path. The alternative, of course, is to get yourself noticed by a Firewatch, let them send you to the mines, and then take a slight shortcut south, but it's maybe a little bit faster. It's still not great, though. Gosh, there needs to be like a guide, you know? Like when you're trying to get to the Dorkishan, which I haven't done on this channel, but if you're trying to get to them, like there's a guy who will guide you through the mines to get there. That's what you need here. I don't know why I don't have one of those yet. Hey, Safalan, the tall guy who apparently, I didn't know this, but apparently, he's the leader of the Myreek, but one of the commenters pointed it out. I think it's because he's so freaking tall. Tall people always end up being the leaders, don't they? Yeah, I'm a pretty average height, apparently. But this guy, ho-ho, man, heads ahead of the competition. Well met, Safalan.
Well met, friend. I'm very sorry, but you've caught me at a bit of a busy time. Could you discuss any issues with Flagian, our researcher? I'm sure he'll have plenty of things for you to do.
Anyway, boss, I reckon that door in the laboratory... Oh, sorry if I interrupted. I did interrupt, and I don't especially care. Oh, look, a grumpy old guy who's bowing his head forward in a really weird way. Is he okay? He's not about to keel over dead on me, is he? Uh-oh. Hey there, I've brought you some provisions from the Bird of Rot base.
Fantastic! These things help a lot.
What things were in the crate?
Oh, just some handy items which we'll need for our research. Some food and potions for the local fighters and sick folk.
How are things going here?
It's still a terrible existence living every day in fear, but there's a sense of hope since you turned up on the scene. Personally, I've been researching the book on hair milky. It's been a tricky task, requiring a lot of pattern matching and extensive research into old lore and languages.
Well, that sounds pretty complicated. Do you have a lot of knowledge in that area?
I am rather experienced, but I don't like to blow my own trumpet. In fact, it's a terrible thing to admit, but the majority of my knowledge is purely theoretical. I'm afraid I'm all thumbs when it comes to doing something practical.
Well, I don't think you need to worry about that. That's something I seem to have a knack for.
Well, it sounds like we might make a pretty good team, then.
How's the research going?
Quite interesting, in fact. I'm trying to deduce what weapon we should use to fight the Firewatch.
How so? Did you find something out on the book of alchemy? Ham alchemy? I don't freaking know.
As a matter of fact, we did, young Nordic Pravus. Of course, we have to interpret quite a bit, but my research indicates something quite startling.
Oh? What sort of thing?
It's always been difficult to damage vampires, right? They seem to have an excellent defense against all weapons. It seems they have protection against normal metallic weapons.
Yes, we know this already.
But they also seem to defend well against the Silthril weapons, and Firewatch aren't even damaged by it. From the Ham Alchemy book, I believe I found some evidence to support the idea that vampires, especially Firewatch, have a limited mind-reading ability, sort of like an imminent danger sensory perception.
Oh, so basically the Firewatch have a spidey sense. Is that what you're telling me? Okay, moving on. How does this affect us?
Well, they can sort of predict the next attacked maneuver, so they can then defend against it or simply move out of its way in time to take no damage at all. It seems to come naturally to them.
Well, that's terrible. We'll never have a chance against them in hand-to-hand combat if this is true.
Well, I wouldn't be so sure of that. There's more than one way to skin a cat.
Would you know that from experience, Flagian Scroot? Kitty.
I've been thinking about it, and the mold of hand-to-hand combat isn't always as predictable as you'd think. I hear from many warriors that the tide of a battle has switched over some small, seemingly random detail.
Yeah, let me sit you down and proclaim the gospel of Zeros and how Zamorak stole his godhood. That seemed like a small and insignificant detail. So, can I help in some way?
Certainly, that would be great. My research indicates that a weapon, which is difficult to master, would be a great design for taking down the Firewatch. Something raw recruits fear to use, and experienced warriors tend to shy away from.
How can I find out about that weapon?
Well, you could start with some of the local fighters in the Marik. They possibly have some insight into such matters.
Okie dokie. Thank you. So that's helpful. Let's talk to somebody. Not Safalan. And this guy, I think, is the leader of, like, the gatekeeper or whatever. Let's try talking to... This guy's got a sickle. That must be useful. Let's talk to him. See if he works. No, wait, that's not talking. That's searching your lockers. Well, now I'm going to get thrown out because I was invading your personal property. Okay. Hi there. I was wondering if I could ask some questions.
It depends. What sort of questions?
Oh, I like the detail in his little head box that he has 2 bite marks on his neck. That's kind of cool. Well, you look like a fighter type. Perhaps you have some experience with weapons? I need to learn about them. Yes, because I don't know what weapons are. Like, at all. I mean, sure, I've got like 77 attack and whatever, and I have no idea what a weapon is. I've been using my bare fists all this time. It's a freaking wonder that I've survived as long as I have.
Well, I'll try. What do you want to know?
Flagian is looking for a weapon he can use to fight against the Firewatch.
Oh, yes, okay.
The weapon has to be quite difficult to master and a little bit unpredictable.
Flail?
Flail?
Aye, a flail. That'll do ya. Although I doubt anyone I know could use such a weapon. It's the bane of any fighter. Difficult to use, hard to predict. You can end up hitting yourself if you're not careful.
You're sure it's a flail? Has anyone used a flail against the Firewatch and damaged them?
Well, a mercenary came down with Varroc's flail, and I didn't do anything. I expect that's because it's not made of silver or some such reason. Aye, if I'm not very much mistaken, a flail is what you need for an unpredictable fight. If you don't believe me, you can probably find a book around here which will tell you the exact same thing. I think some new recruit was using it for a bit of late-night reading.
Right, okay. Well, that was simple enough. Now I'm going to search your locker again. Just watch, the book's going to be here. Ah, dang, I was really hoping the book was going to be there. That would have been funny. Okay, hang on, I'm going to go search for a book. Aha! Found it! A curious book about different weapons and combat techniques. That's not a word. Techniques. Where did I get papyrus? I actually don't remember where that came from. Okay. Combat book. You begin to read the book on combat, seems quite worn. You skip past spears on page 72 and hammers on page 70. I'm starting from the back, apparently. But then you enjoy a little reading about ranged weapons on page 76. Why am I skipping around like this? This is terrible reading strategies. Flails, 75. Taking note of the importance, posture, suitable armor. It probably is the weapon I'm looking for. This is not the weapon you're looking for. Flail will be a difficult weapon to master, unwieldy manner of attack. Okay, well that certainly seems promising. Wait, was it 75? Yes. Alright, so let's go and talk to Flagian once again and see if he agrees. Old man Flagian, old man Scroot, what do you think of this one? Hey there, I found a book which backs up what a fighter said. Both reckon that Hey there, I found a book which backs up what a fighter said. Both reckon that flails are the most unpredictable weapon. I think this is what you should try to make.
Interesting. So far so good. But you have your own research. Which page do I need to read from? I'm a busy man, remember, and I don't want to have to read the entire book.
Oh, okay, the page number is... Oh wow, I have to type it in. I'm pretty sure it was 75.
Excellent research, my budding young understudy. Your diligent and observant efforts may be rewarded with another opportunity to prove yourself.
Oh, so there's something else you'd like me to do? A hammer and nails. Oh, joy.
Indeed, young Nordic Pravus, and this will require a bit of field work. but Saffron tells me you're quite accomplished at.
He flatters me. I just hope I've proven myself useful to the Myrite cause.
As we all do. Anyway, in order to develop this new weapon, we'll need to use the Rod of Ivendis as a base, and design a way to make it more powerful. Within the development stage, we'll certainly need to use a furnace.
Okay, well, there's one in Rot, but it's a bit of a trek. Perhaps we should consider building one here, in Myrich.
I'm hoping that won't be necessary. I've learnt through Myrich folklore that there is a building in the north which used to house a furnace. The story goes that the locals complained about its smoke going into their shops and houses, so the owner was forced to move it upstairs to let the smoke blow over the rooftops.
Okay, interesting story. But if you heard this through folklore, surely the furnace won't be functional anymore, even if I do manage to find it.
I think it's worth checking out. I'd like you to head north, through the ghetto of Myrich, past the laboratory you found previously. I believe the furnace is next to the northern brick wall. You may need to use a nearby building to help you enter the house with the furnace.
Oh, thank you for the foreshadowing on how to solve the puzzle.
Take the nails I gave you. You may be able to make a crude ladder, as some of us do when traversing the ghetto.
Again, thank you for the foreshadowing on what I need to do to solve the puzzle.
If you find the furnace, see if it's serviceable. Otherwise, just report back. Good luck.
Okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead and skip ahead to when I actually managed to get through the puzzle, but it's probably really simple. Okay, turns out it was actually really easy to find, so pretty much, let me just open up the map, why not? So, if we're right over here, oh wait, here we are, right here. Just pop up the ladder and then just walk straight up to this area. Pretty darn easy, it turns out. But yeah, of course, you gotta fix a ladder. Good thing he told us exactly what to do. Also, this is a terrible looking ladder, but we should be able to climb this pretty effectively. It actually works very well. I'm impressed. Color me impressed. Let's jump across these floorboards. Do it again. Can I jump onto the damaged wall? Probably will break it. That might work just fine. Let's do it. I mean, with this staff, oh, there we go. With a staff, I'm not inclined to think that that's a very smart way to do things, but we'll try anyway. Okay. Oh, wait, the furnace he said was going to be upstairs, didn't he? Never mind. Hang on. Up we get. Up we get. Top floor. Where the smoke billows over the chimney like out of Mary Poppins. A trough. And a bronze pickaxe. Oh, wait, this trough must... Oh. Looks like it belonged to a furnace at one point. You dare to peer over the edge of the hole in the floor. And... maybe you can still get to it if you can clear the debris off. I'm guessing I'm supposed to use a pickaxe. But I already have a pickaxe in my toolbox, so that shouldn't be much of a problem. Let's see. Can I clear it from down here? I can. Search the massive debris. Excavate. It's got a lot of moss over it, too. I'm not really sure how a pickaxe helps with that, but it might work. It might. You never know. Don't question it. It's RuneScape logic. Also, I feel like I need to repair this thing a heck of a lot more before it would actually be useful, but... oh, wow. This is a fairly effective excavation process. Looks less like a furnace and more like a kiln of some sort, but, you know. I mean, I guess whatever. Okay, so what do we need now? I need fuel, don't I? Fuel. Did I see a barrel up top that actually would be useful? I think I saw a coal barrel, actually. I barely noticed it, but I think it's actually there. Hang on. Is it up here? Aha! I'm right! It's a coal barrel! Okay, I'm gonna take this. I got a little excited there, I admit. I got a little excited and I'm probably gonna have to adjust the audio qualities so it's not ear-wrenching. But whatever, I don't care that much. Okay, use the coal onto furnace. There we go. Let's light it. Of course, the last time I lit an old abandoned furnace, a whole bunch of Firewatch came over and decided they wanted blood tithes out of Bird Rot, but... you know, I haven't learned my lesson at all. So, whatever. Okay, Cool. I guess I have to return to Flagian. But you know what? I'm actually going to do that next time, because we are out of time. So, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Pravus with RuneScape 3. If you enjoyed this video, please don't catch me, please don't catch me. If you enjoyed this video, then please hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment, and subscribe. Please don't catch me, please don't catch me. And I, as always, will see you guys next time. Ha ha! Made it!